I'm Chloe Chong, Charlotte Tilbury's F1 Academy driver for Rodin Motorsport. I'm also here with my engineer, Brandon. Say hi, Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon and I'm Chloe's engineer for this year.
And today we're doing the second iteration of the Racecraft series on strategy and mindset.
The preparation starts back at the workshop from the time that we're in the sim, when we're practicing how to do laps around Miami, doing qualifying sims, doing race runs, and then going through some of the finer points of what we're trying to achieve in free practice. It starts with the tyres, to first know how many tyre sets that we're going to get throughout the weekend, and then so we can plan the runs accordingly.
Yeah, I'd say it's very important to have good strategy, especially when we have such limited time on track. Being on the F1 weekend, the grip evolves quite quickly, so having the driver's feedback in the session between push laps or even on the in-lap is really important to making those minor tweaks towards qualifying and the races.
Yeah, definitely. As you know, like the track changes a lot between having an F1 session before us or the Porsches or other open-wheeler cars versus being first on track with a green track. It all requires a slightly different mindset.
Chloe Chong, she raced in 2023 and is now back for this season.
There's something really important to be adaptable to throughout the weekend because things change, things that we can't simulate. You need the experience of being at the track and driving according to what's underneath you.
Yeah, that's my job.
That's your job.
I need to perfect that still. We're working really hard in every race week and we keep getting better at adapting to these new conditions and kind of just understanding what the car will do as a reaction as well.
Yeah, same for the setup as well. You know, the car setup needs to be adjusted between free practice, qualifying, races, all to achieve slightly different things. As the driver, you know how to get around all of that.
Chloe Chong, she's nailed it and she's gone into P6.
I think the main thing for me as a driver with the strategy is having a good relationship with the engineer and understanding what he wants to get out of my feedback and how I drive the car, but also what would maximise our full potential. So it's about having that mutual understanding of what are we going to get out of the session and what's the objective or aim. And I think we do a good job of discussing it before the session and understanding gets the full book of different options that we have. I think we always come to a really good decision and we normally choose the best strategy out there. Overall, I think we have a really good relationship of figuring that all out and getting the most out of the car and myself.
Yeah, and it's really important to rely on the other drivers as well, because at the end of the day they offer different perspectives, the other engineers offer different perspectives, and the more that we can consider and the more that we can plan for, the stronger we will be on track.
Hello, radio check, radio check.
Pre-season we really utilise, okay, let's bring on the radio communication, especially my driver coach, I think it's really important.
Focus on sectors 1 and 2 please, we're missing 4 tenths in both of those.
I think learning with the team how to use the radio to best make strategy calls and understand the car and just do everything much more efficiently has changed our game as well.
I think the main limitation is the traction. A lot of wheel spin everywhere.
Do an in-lap and we'll see you in the pits.
Give me information before you come into the box, then that gets me started thinking about setup changes or new tyres to make the best out of the session.
We have a bit of time to download the car, so let me have a quick look and I'll give you some feedback.
If anyone's ever listened to our radio chats, they're just so calm, and I think every weekend we've gone out and tried our best to maximise. We made some mistakes, but I think a good thing that Brandon does is make sure that I fully understand where the mistakes come from. Bar the first round, we haven't made a mistake twice, I don't think.
That's okay, first session, we can race from there.
Yeah, I feel confident for the race. Let's go get it.
What we've developed as a relationship, myself and Brandon, is that whatever happens, I will always get the full truth. As a team, as Rodin Motorsport, I feel like they're very good at making sure that everything's told and we don't have any doubts before we get to the track again.